Greetings everyone, please give a moment, make sure everything is set up. The kick is going. Twitter is going. Get the YouTube thumbnail. Good to go, Twitch is going. And Rumble appears to be going. Looks like everything's going good. Give me a moment to double check my other computer. And looks like everything's going good on my other computer. So, let's go and get started. Let's just do a bunch of 1v1s. Not in the mood for 2v2s at the moment. Can be chaotic or can be a little bit campy. Oh. Get out of the way. Perfect. And here we go. Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn bottom left side is the blue Ottomans. We have Kanakawa, I think. On top right side as the red Sioux, we have Kinda Cat. When it comes to natives map, we've of course got the Tengri Shrine, which will give you access to Tatar archers and some local doggos. And the Shaolin Temple, which does give you some, not Shaolin monks, but Rattan shields. Which are basically, I think, are the same thing, technically. Sorry, I saw this button there. Makes me think, oh, is that a wood trickle? Nope, it just increased gathering rate from wood. Huh, I did not realize that the Sioux War Chief had an AoE attack by default. Yeah, I guess I learn new things every day. Guardian attack 6 with AoE 2. Seems a little bit lower. Hand attack 6. Yeah, just hand attack 6, so that's actually the same, though the range attack is existent. Do the Aztecs War Chief AoE attack on default? Maybe it just has a higher base damage. Because I don't remember the AoE effect on the other War Chiefs. The Iroquois one, of course, has a range attack. No, I can't remember off the top of my head. Now I'm starting to go crazy. There are some herdables in the map, some yaks. They do tend to talk back. In which it actually is something a bit more usable for the Iroquois, or not Iroquois, the Sioux, and any other natives, since their farms do have a livestock or yeah, husbandry. Now I'm losing, can't remember anything. Can feed animals. So maybe a good idea for the Sioux to get the livestock in order to get them collecting or fattening. I can't think today. This is my first stream or replay today, and I literally can't think much right now. There we go. We got villagers, Silk Road villagers, food, wood, coin, Janissaries, delis, advanced arsenal, wood, coin, Janissaries, delis, Sipahis, cavalry archers, cavalry combat, obelisk guns, falconets, higher Egyptian Mamelukes, great bombards, factory. And his age up is going for the quartermaster. The Sioux. What's this one? Wood gnats. We got villagers. Friendly territory. TPs gain significantly more hit points. TPs now also improve the attack speed of nearby, attack speed and range of nearby units. I would curious how much that is. Guess we'll have to wait and find out. We got exotic hardwoods, wood crafting. So both the age 1 wood collection rate could stack in with the Shaolin Temple, I guess. Wood coin, set and bowmen, club warriors, axe riders, or raiders, not riders, cavalry damage, native treaties, new ways, great hunter, food, set and bowmen, territorial claims. What's this one again? Enable set and bowmen to siege range. It's long bowman, siege artillery. Axe Riders, Cavalry Combat, Black Arrow, Native Allies string incredibly quickly, so Native Allies at minus 85%. That could be interesting for some, say, probably useful for the local doggos, since they only cost food. Food is collected pretty quick, you can probably spam that out quite reasonably. Nomadic Expansion. Enables Lakota infantry to construct teepees. Oh, that can combo quite nicely. Lakota tend to favor cavalry, but this could enable you to have better infantry play with this along with friendly territory. Plus, friendly territory will also give you better defense capability as well. Santi support. Bolcajon, I don't know how to pronounce that. Bolhone? Bolhonka? Enable war troops now boost your unit's attack. The Mossicans, infantry speed increases, and infinite Comanche allies. Also sends them to champion. Very handy. We got the War Hut here. He's trying to go with the trading post. War Hut is being built by villagers. Both players in H2. I didn't see what this one has gotten. Let's see. TP's course. Improves the hit point and gathering rate boost to nearby units. But this course increases attack range and speed. The attack range is very interesting to me. And combined with attack speed, that is a deadly combination. Now I've got a round of Club Warriors. I believe that's the heavy infantry variant. Heavy infantry melee. The Ottoman player has now consumed all that food, or those are crates. Now bringing more crates of gold. He has gotten Silk Road, improving the yield of those crates. Now got the Club Warriors there. Looks like the... Oh wait, no, these are Rattan Shields. We got Club Warriors versus Rattan Shields. So he has one for the natives there. They both went to bash each other's head in. Club Warriors do 11 damage. And Siege Attack does bonus damage versus walls. So Rattan Warriors do 16. Let's see. Range resist, 185 health versus 120 health and melee resist. So overall, it seems like Club Warriors are inferior. 90 versus... much more expensive, however. And they, of course, are native. They have more health and no proper damage multipliers. Now I've got a big round of Club Warriors here. That is your arsenal? Artillery Foundry. We're on torch down these various trade posts. Very nice. Another trade post up here. These being a heavy melee, they do have similar damage, siege damage to pikemen, which is good. A little bit more expensive with pikemen as well. And now we've got the delis pushing forward, trying to hit these villagers. Trying to go for a corral. He does have a number of Club Warriors here for defense, so they are adequate. Their move speed is 5 versus the delis. Looks like they're getting tied up a little bit there. They do have good movement speed at 6.8. This one has been peeled off, so he can die. And now I've got Tribal Marketplace going on up. Tribal Marketplace is our course free. We do have a trading post here by the Sioux. So you can perhaps get some local doggos, or the Qatar Archers, which does bonus damage versus all cavalry. So against delis, it would be pretty good. So he already has anti-cavalry here. Wolves are a pet. I'm pretty sure they count as a pet, which does increase damage versus guardians and other pets. They are probably classified neither as heavy nor light infantry, which can have its pros and cons. And it looks like a little bit quiet right now. Got a shipment of Axe Riders and some local doggos being pulled on the field. All 5 of them being pulled on the field. They deal 10 damage. Their value is 90, so they have the same value as the Club Warrior. Their damage is 1 less, but being entirely made of food, it means they're actually technically slightly cheaper. You know, have the same numerical amount. We do have a number of delis here for defense, as well as some obelisk guns. Club Warriors are classified as heavy infantry. The local doggos are classified as neither, as I mentioned beforehand. As you can see here, hand infantry, land military, pet, native warrior. See stealth. While the Obelisk guns, they do bonus damage versus heavy, which means they won't do bonus damage versus the wolves. Though he can only deploy out 5, which is a small number, so it's not going to make a huge difference. This is a good supplementary force, and something potentially to hit the Obelisk guns reasonably. And the Club Warriors will, of course, do bonus damage versus delis. So, in theory, this is a good hybridized army. We have some Axe Riders here. They do less damage versus light cavalry, which he's not fighting against at the moment. More Obelisk guns here. They do less damage versus... Oh, those are Janissaries. Obelisk guns do less damage versus cavalry, so they will be good versus them. Janissaries will pose a problem. Club Warriors and Dogs will be fine. Janissaries do have higher DPS than both in melee. They also have melee resist as well. The Wolves are starting to nip on the heels of the Obelisk guns, and more Axe Riders pushing forward. Janissaries are doing a good job of holding the line. They're a good unit in melee, that's for sure. They also are, for the cost in melee, they're decent. It looks like he will be forced on back. He does lose force back. I always find it weird how the heavy infantry, sure, it makes sense they have good melee attack and good versus cavalry and shock. They do better than dedicated melee specialists. Oh, we got some Ratchet Shields here as well, which are dedicated melee specialists. And they are classified as shock, which means Janissaries will do bonus damage to them in melee, at least. And now we do have the native treaties there. He has more wolves, and this should give him what, another... Will it give him Lukar Tartars? Some Tatar archers? Or will it get some wolves? Looks like it gave him some archers, which are not bad versus the delis. Great bonus damage to our counter unit. Now I've got these forces push way forward, trying to Obelisk guns. Good number of Janissaries here. Club Warriors and Dogs are trying to engage the Janissaries. But our archers need to focus down their counter unit. They have really bad damage versus everything else, though good attack speed. And Red Sign is starting to fall back now. Janissaries and melee just simply too much. Sorry about that, you may have heard my drink open up. We got a shipment of Seton Bowman now being pulled on the field. Seton Bowman, of course, a archaic archer, dealing bonus damage versus heavy infantry. Good item in this situation. And going for more wolves. Stats are not bad in this game. They're just generic. And sometimes generic is a good counter to your opponent. Because they can't be counter, they're just simply generic. He does have this force back here. He probably needs to rally forward, as well as another round of archers. Another TP deployed on out. Does he? It's not gonna find any TP research. You don't have to go immediately for Great Hunter. It's better if you go for sooner rather than later. It does provide more value, but it does give you partial value later on. Now he has a War Chief in the mix. A handful of Obelisk guns here, nothing too significant. Starting to build this force here. He's out, doesn't have any. Oh, this still has one Tatar archer. And does fall back there. More Rattan shields. It's probably not a good idea to pull out Rattan shields versus all these Janissaries, honestly. A couple Janissaries made their way forward, and they will go down. And the War Chief goes down as well, giving the Sioux some more experience. Going for Great Hunter, which will give him approximately less than 700, more than 650. And now it looks like Blue's eyeing for some fish. Actually, that's whale. He has sent that task in the whale. Does collect at a relatively slow rate, same rate as rice patties. Or as Stacer should say. We got a number of exposed villages here which Red could find. These wolves do not do less damage versus villagers. They do bonus damage versus other pets and treasures. Got a great strike there, taking out a good number of villagers, down to 19 versus 32. I don't know the exact amount he got. So he's just being peeled on back. The Club Warriors are actually in a good position there to engage. Janissaries and Albus guns do take out a handful of Club Warriors there. But a little bit of poor micro there. I think it would have been a good idea to let the Club Warriors bash the Deli's heads in. And now he's out of Club Warriors. Some of the Sith and Bowmen starting to get hit. He's trying to retreat on back. Trying to go for more Rattan shields. Good volley them just went down there. And those Sith and Bowmen are very important against those Janissaries. Rattan shields, honestly, he should stop building their shock infantry. They're generically effective versus Delis. They can be good versus the Obelisk guns, but they will do poorly versus Janissaries, which is the primary unit in this on the field right now for his opponent. He's going for now some Axe Riders, more Wolves, Rattan shields. I suppose they are cost 0 population, which... Oh wait, Isu. It doesn't really matter at this point in time. A single Deli there was left behind. Does go down. I heard another TP. Not sure where though. It was this one here. Isu's not on the age up anytime soon. His opponent not planning to age up anytime soon either. We got a good number of Obelisk guns, so now those Rattan shields will be a bit more effective. And his TP is right here, so it could provide him some a good defensive location. TPs are pretty cheap, 50 wood, and they have a max build number of 20. Now it's trying to push way forward. The Rattan shields must be flanking around. Our archers have to be micro to hit the Delis. Got another out of the Club Bowman and the Angry Wolves push way forward. He's trying to hit the Obelisk guns. Send him Bowman push way forward. Obelisk guns are classified as light infantry, so Bowman won't do any bonus damage to them. Janissaries are getting overwhelmed by sheer numbers. The War Chief has gone down, so no more aura effect. And now the Rattan shields, various stuff, are now able to hit the Obelisk guns. And all these forces are now getting overwhelmed. And it looks like Blue backs out of the game. The sheer numbers is what did great for the Sioux. Plus, killing off those good numbers of villagers definitely did help. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And some as well, I need to disable the OBS preview, so I can still save some resources. Have sandwich. I think I've ate horse before, because I'm pretty sure my parents bought a steak from some Amish, and it was far too tough to be considered beef. Nope, and the fast scroll bug. Much better. Greetings everyone, Angrade here from another Age of Empires 3 replay. It's on the bottom right side as the magenta Ottomans. We have YouTube Nimro. Nimro 7, I think. As Iroquois allies, we have Vladimat. Spawn as the Yellow Sioux, we have Lop. And as the US of A, we have Stefan Sudin. Wait, Spaceman. Does this his teammate? Does get him a trickle of food. I saw +6 there. I'm not sure how much that food trickle adds up, but it's always nice to have a tiny food trickle for free. Team games tends to be where you get some more crazy treasures. I think Sometimes they, some maps give you like even free town centers, a covered wagon. US player will soon have a deck available. We'll see if we can't power through all these players' decks quickly. It has not selected deck. No deck. No deck. And we have a deck here. Rank 2. Villagers, Infinite Wood, Coin, Civic, Advanced Arsenal. Meraki School, Writing School, Palace of Intrigue, Wood Coin, Sapahis, Infinite, Akinis, Cavalry Combat, Falconets, Topicular, Fort, Refrigeration, Grenade Launchers, Covered Wagons ×2, Ubili School, Flight Archery, Factory, and Robber Barons. Land Team, Capitalism, French Immigrants. No, I don't ever see French immigrants. You see usually German immigrants. Team Lewis and Clark Expedition reveals all treasures, resources, trading routes, and native settlements. And musicians is temporarily revealed. Additionally, as ships a collection of books with 100 experience each to your team. That is a very big mixed bag of stuff. We've got Coin, Regulars, State Militia, Long Rifles, Springfield Armory, Hamilton Economics, Virginia State Assembly, United States Army, 54th Massachusetts Volunteers, United States Marines, Buffalo Soldiers, Rolling Artillery, Team Louisiana Purchase, ships team ships one covered wagon which may be built, and each town and each all existing and newly constructed team town centers will spawn 3 bison. Huh, interesting. Also affects command posts when it comes to those bison. Refrigeration, Polski's Legion, Coffee Mill Guns, Cusco Fortifications, and Minutemen Companies. FF Standard, we got Villagers, High War Chief, Exotic Hardwoods, Coin, All Resources, Town Destroyer, that could be very interesting to see, War Hut Attack, War Hut Defense, Conservative Attacks, Conservative Hit Points, Spice Trade, All Resources, Forest Prowlers, Tomahawks, Warrior Combat, Oneida Support, Renegade French, Renegade Dutch, Native Warrior Conscription, North American Trade, Wampum, All Resources Infinite, Team Kree Allies, so give both players 10 Kree checkers, set them to guard status, and Infinite Cherokee and Renegade French. So it's got some sort of native deck here. Native decks for natives. 3v3, let's name the deck. Villagers, Ogle Tankun Un, 5 food silos, medicine wheels, healers, coin, axe riders, cavalry damage, new ways, great hunter, bison, villagers, wood, cavalry combat, team, bear lancers. The pair Lance King horseman gives you 2 Tokala dog soldiers, Santi support, 2 kettle support, North American trade, Oaxaca and Kun, I probably butchered that, 7 cancels fire, Kicha, marauders, bisons, and infinite bison should say. Is it team? Not team. And Dakota support. And did we do the Ottoman? Who's gone for Fast Fortress? Who's got... Yes, I did. So neither side seems like blind aggression just yet. Got a artillery foundry here for the Ottomans, so maybe eyeing for some obelisk guns. Got a war hut here, but appears to be defensive. 75 experience. He's going for the Exile Prince. Coin. The US player has selected Virginia. Giving me access to Virginia plan. It's best to go that for immediately. It does not increase experience cost for the next shipment. So if you get that immediately, you immediately get 1 extra shipment. Cooperman, Minutemen. All existing towns have spawned 6 Minutemen. Minutemen retain this hit point 75% longer, which may be able to cool over towards until you get US Marines. Now I got a wave of some Hussars not being Florida Field, or Bow Riders, not Hussars. Very different. And there's the Hussars. So we got quite a bit of cavalry now pushing forward. Bow Riders, of course, a light cavalry. 20 damage. Not bad attack. With a good attack speed. That is actually really high damage, isn't it? There are 2 population light cavalry. We got some Grenadiers here, which are not going to be good versus the Hussars. They do less damage versus all cavalry, so the Bow Riders will do fine versus them. More Bow Riders being pushed on forward. Eyeing for some of these villagers there on the tribal marketplace. Maybe it would have been a good idea to put the tribal marketplace maybe around here instead of right there. We got another Travis there. He has gone to Fortress Age. We got some Tomahawks. I think that may have been the big button. He may want to invest into the next big button to get more Tomahawks. And maybe set them melee. These guys have 10 siege attack. That's not good siege attack. Tomahawks need to be set to melee mode. They'll do better there. He does take out the War Hut there. He still has another War Hut to get out some more Tomahawks. This place now with Hamilton Economics. The Iroquois is eyeing for another shipment of Tomahawks of 9. Bow Riders are getting some damage here. Their hand attack is actually very high as well. That's actually higher than Hussars, isn't it? 35 damage, 1.5 attack speed. Yeah, 30 damage. And their health is 225. Bow Riders, yeah, that's less damage. So they're more similar. I guess they have similar DPS to Delhi's a little bit. They have good hand attack. Let's leave it at that. The Ottoman player is now going for a fort in the Fortress Age. Who would have thought a fort can be deployed in the Fortress Age? We now got the state capital more in the middle of the map. Oh, we got H32. Or H3 is coming on up. Got Tennessee. Can't remember what Tennessee does off the top of my head. And the messenger. The message is attack. Jesuits could be decent against the primary cavalry that they're fighting. Sue does have one ship available. He may be eyeing for something this age. Red and Magenta starting to push way forward. Grenadiers do have good siege attack, so do Tomahawks, being heavy infantry. A very fine coach has been researched, and now we got rolling artillery. That should be very, very good, to say the least. We got some Minutemen here, so we've been stockpiling up as Minutemen, at least 2 waves of them. As they do give you access to mountain settlers. I'll worry about that after the next combat. Grenadiers get a good volley there, but they're getting overwhelmed by numbers. Forest Prowlers are a skirmisher variant with good range and damage. But Minutemen are neither classified as light nor heavy, so their bonus damage are not applicable here. Let's see. Over mountain settlers. Chips 4 settlers greatly improve settlers in range combat, so the second amendment makes natural resources last longer. Not bad. Let's see, their range attack is 6. Oh wait, now he's going, or will go for it. Let's see, increases adds 12 range damage. That is age 4 card available with natives, warrior societies, and available in age 3. And we got the Watoga Association. Ships 2 outpost wagons. All existing and newly constructed outpost wagons spawns 2 state militia and support 10 population. Not bad. No shipment available. He's going, of course, rolling artillery, and then the 54th Massachusetts Volunteers, which give him 5 state militia and 4 regulars. Also sets them to veteran. Very good shipment. It's better to pay 400 food like that rather than try and pay for, what, 600 resources and upgrades. You also get a good number of units. It's a good card, to say the least. We got a good number of Gatling guns now on the field. He's mainly built 2 more as well, so that's 5 Gatling guns. That is pose a massive threat to any infantry. Just the infantry compositions that the opponents are currently fielding, so that is a good read. The north side starting to push their way forward. We got decent sized armies here, but they're gonna get hard countered. Now, elite rifle riders also have excellent multipliers versus heavy infantry, and they have an excellent attack speed as well. They annihilate heavy infantry, along with all the Gatling guns, which annihilates all infantry, barring shock. Right now, they have a good counter. Grenadiers are classified as heavy infantry, so the rifle riders will do some good damage versus them. Force prowlers are not classified as heavy, they're light, but Gatling guns more than enough for them. Rifle riders and axe riders or bow riders push away forward. He does have the grenade launchers equipped. Taking a bit of damage there. He was trying to soft retreat away. I always find the Lakota's heavy cavalry, the light cav, seems borderline overpowered to me just based on stats. Like ×3 multiplier versus heavy infantry at a 1.5 attack speed, 16 base damage is reasonable as well. So that's what, 48 damage per attack versus heavy, maybe 1.5 second. While maintaining all the bonus multipliers for other attacks. I got some dog soldiers now pulling out. They do bonus sandwiches, infantry, or all infantry. The general does go down. We do have a inspiring flag here, which may be decaptured relatively soon. Does get decaptured. Doja does go down there. He does have a good number. Oh, there's a big shipment of Guard Ulans there. He's just gotten from Pulaski's Legion. And that is a good number of Guard Ulan. Though there's a number of Tomahawks here to engage, but not enough probably. If this army pushes forward, the Ulan's going to go on the flanks and they will overrun the Grenadiers. Tomahawks are way over here. Trying to push way forward. Got the various Lakota there. Infantry taking quite a bit of damage there, but that's their job. They're meant to be in front line. Gatling guns trying to hit the Grenadiers. And Red and Magenta's army is now fully encapsulated. And there goes Team Southside's army. And US players has all of his Gatling guns alive, and so has a decent force here, while the Sioux's army is largely untouched. Got over mountain settlers, which will let them play the long game better, to say the least. Unless you want to go all in with villagers and utilize the Second Amendment. After all, it was the Scots who colonized over the mountains in Kentucky, the 15th state of the United States. So I'm guessing now his village is all Scottish. Kalmox now pushing way forward. From engage. Elephants still being collected on up. Red's infrastructure going down. Ulans find opportunity to hit gauge the Falconets. And the Falconets go down, making his Gatling guns much more survivable now. We got a number of Dutch renegades push way forward, but they get annihilated by the Gatling guns. And the Guard Ulans are now pushing way forward. The Sioux push way forward. Got some cavalry archers here. They have good damage multipliers versus a heavy cav. Kalmox taking some hits there. Got the militia being brought in. The fort is firing away. He does have 3 town centers, so he had a good villager boom for Ottomans. But the Sue's town center does go down here. Could perhaps make some use of Iconic Nobles, but right now the biggest problem is those Gatling guns for him. A handful of sharpshooters are on the field as well, so they won't really do all too much. The militia's starting to get disintegrated. We've got the halberdiers and tomahawks for forge and hit the various cavalry. Now the Gatling guns, all the Gatling guns are still alive. We do have 24 attack range. The castle has 26 attack range, so the Gatling guns will take a fortress fire if they get too close. The Longhut's now getting overwhelmed, and the Iroquois probably need a strong quality knock out the game up to Zoom. Does have some villagers back here. Enough wood for another town center, I believe. He does have quite a bit of food stored up. We go for Anna Bowman's. He can perhaps quickly pull out a war hut and go for Anna Bowman's. Anna Bowman's are an entirely food-based archer. It'd be better than nothing at this point in time. Get one of those war huts out and maybe go for some long houses because also he's at pop capped or has 0, can field 0 population, I should say. Oh, lose a Kark expedition right now. It's actually not half bad. Something the Ottoman could do as well. He can always go out middle for his teammate for him to collect that. And for the regulars, just be very good for the cavalry archers who don't do any bonus damage versus them. Trying to torch down this town center now. Kill off a handful of villagers there. There were the Iroquois. Yeah, but I think this game's over. Sue has, what, 3 population queues. US players just trying to push forward some more regulars. Iroquois backs out of the game, and the Ottoman does as well. This is Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Cav sandwich, I think I found that point where it did that. Where they completely encircled that army. Now I understand sometimes the name. And again, it does this. I do not know why it does that. There we go. Much better. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Powers 3 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the blue Chinese, we have that Chinese name, a foreign name. Spawn on the top right side as the red Dutch. Why did I say Dutch? We have Klaus 117. I think I'm going crazy. Either way, on this map we do have 2 native tribes. We got the Comanches ×3, which can give you access to a ranged cavalry, good against cavalry, or you can have access to the Cheyenne, which gives you a cavalry that's also good at cavalry. Armed with a spear though, not bow. So, do you want to fight cavalry or cavalry with your natives? Okay, let's switch to the other player. Don't want to hear the spam clicking. That side has a shipment, so let's see. Local doggo gets gunned down. You monster. Jan Hartog. Don't gun down the wolves. They're good boys. And we have G Sum C. G Sum Sim C. I have G Sum Simsi? Okay, I was trying to say it fast, seeing this is our word to go along with that. Like, we too low, holy fook, things that sort, but nope, don't see it. Hey, punch that dog, you monster.
Commando?
The Dutch does have a deck. We got Halb Bank Co. So I'm assuming it's Halberdier Banks. Oh, I see a couple of cards I don't really recognize. Villagers, military forms. Halberdiers march significantly more quickly, but do less damage against infantry. So that's probably not good versus Chinese, who tend to spam out infantry. They do, yeah, just 25% less damage versus infantry. They're already not super great versus infantry, in my opinion, and that does even less. So it makes them more of an anti-cav tool, I guess. I don't think it's going to be very good versus Chinese, who tend to field a lot of infantry. Bank of Amsterdam, Bank of Rotterdam, Dutch East India Company. Banks get plus 100% hit points and cost 15% less. Envoys can now construct banks. Okay, that's a bit interesting. You can make your existing envoy build stuff. Oh, no, still not a good idea to train more. Woodwood, coin, pikemen, infantry attack, team infantry hit points, hussars, advanced arsenal, religious freedom, Irish brigadiers, wood coin, halberdiers, skirmishers. It's mainly going for the Dutch East India, infantry combat, hussars, routiers, cavalry combat, fort, and tulip speculation. So it's going heavily into banks, of course. And 11th, I don't know. E-exports, northern refugees, wood coin, Chuko news, Quang pikemen, step riders, diplomatic intrigue, wood coin, arquebusiers, Shangdo swordsman, territorial army combat, repelling and volley, double face armor, meteor hammers, hand mortars, intervention, wood coin, old dynasty reforms, Manchu combat, infinite flying crows, western reforms, and rattan shields, and system to discipline. So the Chinese deck doesn't seem too spectacularly interesting. And Dutch is more focused. We do have now the Logistican versus the Summer Palace, which will give them some free banner armies. The Dutch has, of course, gone for the East India Trading Company. He is collecting up quite a bit of wood there to get out more banks. See, right now they're usually at what, 350, and making 15% cost less. What was I put at? 300? Guess of the way and see. Click 1. This bear is being shot. It's being unbearable. Oh, looks like he rescued himself a tomahawk. Not bad. Commerce Age. We do have now the military wagon pushway 4 designed for an outpost, or is the iron for a barracks? He does have one halberdier here. Wait, did that age up come with one halberdier? Jawohl. Oh, he is being aggressive. Halberdiers do have 36 siege damage. Going for a barracks, so maybe I end up be aggressive with halberdiers. I suppose age 2 halberdiers is not half bad. I always forget that they actually do damage, unlike pikemen. Do we have any banks over here? We do have no banks. He's not in the rush out banks, even though he went for East India Trading Company. Maybe good idea to high save some gold for Irish brigadiers. Yeah, another round of hussars probably wouldn't hurt. We got a large number of step raiders, so pikemen wouldn't be half bad, and halberdiers. Nothing over here. Not going for shim of wood. Let's find some of these villagers. Step riders damage is not that great. They're one population heavy cav. They need Mongolian Scourge to get bonus damage versus villagers. The halberdiers could push their way forward, though the townsmen will provide some damage against them, so probably won't do all too much. Bandit riders are not classified as cavalry, so they won't get receiving bonus damage from the halberdiers. But if Red sees this, he could try pushing his way forward, use these guys as a distraction, but he's not. Yes, he is now. No, he's not. Going for some skirmishers now. And some hunting doggos. Has a church there, going for some hussars. And he's cut his village production at the moment. You now have some diplomatic intrigue being researched, which will give him quite a bit of export. He has gone for TS4 smells, so he does have quite a bit stockpiled up. So I'm pushing 4 skirmishers will be useful. That'll be okay in this situation. Halberdiers is what providing most of the damage. So maybe I've been mistaken about the halberdiers. I think I just get that bad. They're usually H3 units, so I'm usually used to thinking they arrive too late to be useful. But in this situation, they're doing quite well. Now going for H3, going for the Confucian Academy, which will give him some flying crows. I'm trying to rely on free units. However, halberdiers have excellent siege damage like pikemen. Maybe a good idea for the Dutch to bring in some pikemen. The pikeman shipment there, just get more siege damage going. They will rip apart those step riders. The Wanderer is taking a bit of time to be built. They're just engaging. Hussars trying to engage the Chuko News. Got some sentries here. They do bonus versus cavalry. Does he got that army there? He probably won't be able to torch down the Confucian Academy. It has really high health regen. Does have the irregulars on the field. Try and torch down the trading post now. Hussars don't have great siege. They have average siege attack. Before it does go down there, we do have this irregular firing away. And now got a handful of young guards. So we got the French Grenadiers. And now there's 2 shipments available. It may be a good idea to go for the Chuko News while he's aging up. Get some anti-heavy. If not, maybe a good idea to go for both Arquebus and Zhengzhou swords would probably be good. Because these pike or halberdiers do pose a threat to the Confucian Academy. And Hussars posing a threat to these grenadiers. He does bring up his explorer back up. Going for more skirmishers here. Has no wood income at the moment. And there goes that. The Wonder is almost complete. Gains some good siege damage there, but there's now a large amount of reinforcements there from the age up with the arquebusts. Immediately going for nothing for his shipments just yet. Red is starting to fall back there. He has 2 aged up already. And I see no banks on the field. The Dutch not going for any banks? Heresy. Bring in the arquebusts. That's good skirmishers. But his opponent has well stable, so going for more hussars would not be half bad. The Summer Palace is providing the Forbidden Armies, which looks like give him some very Mongol units. Okay, which ones? And there goes those guys. Sees this army. Good start pushing forward. There's a shipment of more arquebusts. They have not really good siege attack. Oh. What? He deleted his fort? What happened there? He deleted his fort? Is that what I saw? I'm confused. I don't think his opponent had any opportunity to snipe it. Village going on up. We got a good number of skirmishers here. Arquebus have 117 health and 15 damage, 20 range versus 18 damage, 20 range, and 144 health. Now there's a big wave of root here, which are not going to be used versus Arquebus. They will actually be countered by Arquebus. Nothing here poses good siege damage, so let's take a bit of time to take out this village. They now have some decimeter hammers. They do have 4 range as a heavy cav, as well as the this one iron flails. Not to be mixed between the two, because it both sounds like they have blunt weapons. Of course, they do have a bit of AoE attack their attack, as well as do a bit of bonus there versus not heavy infantry. Does have a handful of halberdiers, so basically doubled his siege output. They are veterans as well. Now I was trying to bring in a wave of hussars here, as well as the veteran hussars. These heavy cavalry don't do any bonus damage for just cavalry, so hussars will be fine. And he actually has a good number of root tiers actually now for all the heavy cavs, so maybe he's played against his opponent beforehand, and that's why he went for a good number of root tier. Because usually you don't see Chinese players deploy out heavy cav all too often. Usually in small numbers. It's usually the step riders, rather than the various other heavy cavs. So the root tier will be useful very soon. There's a good number there. The root tier and good numbers. Remember, they're 1 population unit rather than 2 population units. Does got one of those guys. Gain some decent damage there. And I'm assuming the medium hammers have a bit of range. Yeah, there are Cosmos heavy cav. Just had to double check. A couple of Arquebus do take a volley there. Skirmishers and Arquebus now fighting. He does have a couple halberdiers mixed on in. Halberdiers push way forward. Plus he had a stop move order there. Flying Crow flies on in. Hussars trying to overrun now the Flying Crow. Nope, they're not hitting Arquebus. They summoned the peel off and hit them, but got some Chengdo swordsmen intercepting them. Hussars will take the Flying Crow there, making a bit more breathing room for his skirmishers. Looks like all the Chinese heavy cav have gone down, barring a couple. Young Grenadiers are getting some good damage to the skirmishers. But they're getting distracted by the Hussar, the single Hussar that remains. All the heavy cav now is down for the Chinese player. More Chengdo swordsmen charging the way forward, able to rip apart the root here. Halberdiers suddenly appear. They should just, since they're already in good melee range, might as well keep them melee range. And it looks like the Dutch will win out. More Hussars in shipment for the Dutch, while the Chinese players eyeing for more territorial armies, which the skirmishers will be useful, but not so much Chengdo swordsmen, since they are located with part of his opponent's skirmisher composition. More Hussars now being pushed right forward. We've got a number of French or British redcoats. Hussars have a fine angle against the Arquebus, and the redcoats are not really engaged in melee against the Hussars. So one of them is more the Arquebus going down. Bit of poor micro there by the Chinese player. Hussars are all down, but they did their job. We got a handful of halberdiers here, which will provide some good siege support. Flying Crow still take a bit of time, going for more forbidden armies, which root tier will be useful against them. Whoops, I hit my microphone. My apologies. Right now, the Chinese player does have 36 villagers, and also the Chinese player back in the game, seeing his villagers getting hit. This Android saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Empires 3 replay. So on the north side is the Blue Dutch, we have Klaus 117. On the south side is the Red French, we have Repower. And I forgot to fix this again. Much smoother. The reason why I keep it nice and slow is I'm able to trace the battle a little bit better. And plus, that's how I set my arrow key. I try to use my arrow keys a bit more to move around the camera. I've been finding that if you set your... Some people say setting the middle mouse button to pan around cameras in various RTS is pretty good. I find using the WSD to pan around the camera a little bit better, in my opinion. You can't really do this in Age of Empires 3, but in other RTSs, try disabling move edge mouse out on the edge and bind it to a handful good keys that you will like. It does actually help you traverse issue commands. That way, once it becomes second nature, you can follow something around the camera buttons, and then you don't have to worry about slamming your mouse to the right to move the camera. Commando? Grab it, then slam again. Try having your camera keys bound to buttons, or some people, like I mentioned beforehand, likes to bound it to hold down middle mouse button pan to get camera around. For me, that makes the index finger come off of the left mouse button, though maybe better if you use like your middle finger you use for right mouse button. Just theories. One of those habits you're going to have to break real hard, but if you disable pan on the edge, it will break you really quick. By the way, it looks like there's some cows on this map. Cows are a good source of food. Neither side is a native, so they don't have ease of access of a livestock fattening system, nor Chinese, I should mention. Either way, let's go ahead and take a look at the decks. Decks. Villagers, Bank of Amsterdam, Bank of Rotterdam, East India Trading Company. Villagers, Woodwood Coin, Pikemen, Infantry Attack. Infantry, Team Infantry Hit Points, Advanced Arsenal, Religious Freedom, Higher Irish Brigadiers, Wood Coin, Skirmishers, Infantry Combat, Hussars, Routier, Cavalry Combat, Heavy Cannon, Tulip Speculation, Factory. French. We got Indie. Don't know if that means for Indians or for the Indians. Either way, we got Couriers, Team French Auxiliary Combat, give your native hit points. Warriors increased damage and hit points. Akin Regime, which gives you some natives, so we've got some sort of native deck. Indians. Villagers. Woodwood, Coin, Hussars, Native Treaties, Native Warrior Combat, Wilderness Warfare, which also affects natives. Royal Fencing School sends 3 Royal Musketeers, aka natives, all infantry and trained faster. Wood Coin, Skirmishers, Renegade Crusaders, Cavalry Combat, Dragoons, Falconets, one frigate, some Jaegers, which are mercenaries, not natives. They are native to Germany, though. And Factory. Or Hessians. Is that Prussia? I guess that would be Prussia at this time frame, right? I suppose at this point in time, German is more like a region of people, like saying African. Either way, we've got the Quartermaster. We got the Dutch East India. Howdy.
Claire.
Yeah.
Envoy moving around.
Yeah.
The Explorer exploring his opponent's town center. Sees all the doggies. And oh yeah. Dutch East India Company allows envoys to construct banks. Why is it building it way over here? Hesse is still a federal state of Germany. Ah, that's good to know. You know, honestly, I couldn't say where it was because the German borders have definitely changed throughout the years. After World War One, after World War Two, and honestly, I have no idea what borders are what anymore when it comes to which state technically went where.
Klaar.
But whoa, holy crap! Dutch increased hit points by 100%. So these banks have 7,000 health. Did they make a decent scout? Or is this a honeypot? Is this a bait? Because at 7,000 health, it can be reusable bait. And the cost does reduce it down to 298, so 300. That's when there's no Prussia anymore. Poland and Russia took over the east. I would assume Prussia is more of a German. I'm assuming how to put the question. Is Prussian more viewed as a German
Hallo?
country or more of a Polish country or just some sort of hybrid mix which doesn't really perform the natural or modern thinking anymore? I'm from the United States, so I have no idea for a large amount of stuff. I just look at the European border history, it's like, yeah, that's a mess. Keep me out of it. We got a good number of cavalry on the field, Apache cavalry, as well as some Comanche horse archers. He has gotten the, whatchamacallit, the Apaches and the Comanche settlements allied.
Ali.
Apache cavalry is a light cavalry, while the Comanches are... Right, click on one, there we go. Is a also light cavalry, so they're both light cavalry. 22 damage, 3 attack speed. I guess they use guns. While these guys 13 damage and 1.5 attack speed. Got a little bit extra health for them from the something. So the walls have been breached. We now got a big round skirmishers, which are poor. Oh no, these are light cavalry, so skirmishers are a good idea. It's used to having heavy cavalry raiding the way forward. We've got the Minutemen, the militia now pulling the field. They don't do bonus damage versus cavalry like musketeers. There's a shim of pikemen. That will rip them apart. So successful defense by the Dutch. These guys just do damage, and the other guys just do damage as well in this situation. You know, I sort of view that as... Oh, that merchant will go down. I sort of view that as sort of bad map design where both native settlements are light cavalry. One should be light cavalry, one should be heavy cav. Just have different classification of infantry, rather than they both have light cavalry. I'm assuming they're both technically classified as light. Light range.
Ali.
And light range. No weird heavy range. So, Dutch skirmishers will be useful. So, the Dutch should go for more skirmishers. The French, probably I suppose he has a number of pikemen here, so going for hussars would not be great. Does take some damage on approach. Pikemen gain some good damage on in. More of the cavalry's starting to go down. The pikemen overall being cost effective, but they're severely outnumbered right now. The Dutch is going for another shipment of, or bringing another group of skirmishers, while a shipment of merchants being brought on in. Skirmishers do times 2.5 damage for light cavalry, both a 40% debuff against all cavalry. So in other words, they do about times 2 damage versus light cavalry. Skirmishers simply here not in large enough numbers. The Apache cavalry, almost the village going to try to punch these cavalry in the face, in the horse face. Trying to go over a house here. And the cavalry has quite a bit of damage. There's another round of skirmishers. These villagers can be tasked back onto coin, looks like. We got a good number of banks here. It will take a very long time to torch those down. 7,000 health. He's got down to 1,000. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 banks on the field. 5 out of 5 currently. He does not have access to the various banks of Rotterdam or Amsterdam. Of course, they're all named, have the word damn in their name. It's the Dutch. They're trying to reclaim the sea. Now there's a round of Irish Brigadiers, heavy infantry. In other words, they can stab horses pretty good. They can also shoot them pretty good as well. Overall, pretty good cavalry play by the French. I suppose having 2 groups of light cavalry means you can get a large amount of light cavalry in the siege. Usually dragoons and other light cavalry are an age 3 unit. Got merchants here. The merchants actually are useful since they can construct banks, as well as perhaps be a bit of a meat shield. Not a great meat shield. They're envoys, not merchants. But who doesn't want to punch a horse in the face?
Commando?
For 6 damage every 1.5 seconds. We got a number of French villagers migrating over perhaps to the bison over here. And since the French players scattered all these banks, it could lead him to believe that he should assault this area. But also it could be good to assault to where the villagers are at as well. I just find this bank placement right there very annoying. Maybe it's just merchants just in that area. He's like, I'll just put a bank here. Has 7,000 health, can't go down that easily. Be a great way to distract my opponent. Be expensive distraction, but potentially reusable, as I mentioned earlier. Some of these brigadiers are veteran C1. Infantry attack for the Dutch, which does give him the pikeman, halberdier, and skirmisher attack increase. Does not affect the Irish brigadiers, do they? Looks like it may have do. Oh, it looks like not. The one I've had to select was the one that was veteran C. Envoys push me forward, drawing a bit of fire. Militia now being pulled out, as well as some hussars. More rounds of skirmishers being pushed on forward. The brigadiers will be used first. The hussars. They need to go into fixed bayonets and start stabbing the horses. And Dutch can now go to the next age. Even if he fails to micro the brigadiers so they shoot the other units, they'll still be reasonable in melee against all other cavalry. Another round skirmishers push way forward. More skirmishers as well. The Irish brigadiers, just 1 champion remaining. And does go down there. The rest of these skirmishers going to get overwhelmed by the hussars. But he will take out a good number of these native warriors. What's the nice thing about natives, they don't take any population space, so his housing is not that too high. We got a big wave of skirmishers there. Anyone can out some pikemen as well. Has 1 shipment available. Hit points could be nice.
Yeah.
Is 9 skirmishers on the field, but the 3 hussars will pose a threat to him. After all, hussars are 2 population, so just assume that 6 population versus 9 population. Or that 6 population is a counter. Is starting to micro a little bit there. He already brought in some militia. Bring out some routier. Engage the hussars could be quite nice. Another round of 8 skirmishers. Doing a good job of focusing on the light cavalry with his skirmishers. There's a round of skirmishers there. His other barracks is way over here. And there's Routier. They need to make sure they snipe the hussars for him. Nope, and there's the French villagers there. They could be hit.
Commando?
Explorator could be brought back up.
Klaar.
Got good enough skirmishers. He may want to get them. Oh, they are a veteran. Still got a number of natives here. The French player has also aged up, going for the not renegade French, the regular French. Let's see. Does he have they are elite. At least the elite posture riders, elite horse archers. So he does have veteran upgrades on them. Or for more horse archers. Skirmishers. You're here now need to focus down those hussars. The villagers here need to stop shooting their gun and run away. And now I got some of the French heavy cav now engaging the villagers with a bit of AoE damage there. When the villagers will go down there, Courtiers are starting to be focused down. Routiers are still here in small numbers, but more of the French heavy cav is pushing forward to go report these skirmishers. Also, he's been seeing all the cavalry-based play. He really should have got some pikemen out. Oh, got some halberdiers. Those will work. Skirmishers getting overran, but the halberdiers will force back the cavalry. Cavalry cannot stick around halberdiers nor pikemen. He does pick off a good number of those units on retreat, and he has a good number of pikemen here. He can start pushing his way forward. The skirmishers are set on to stagger mode. The French right now has 35 villagers versus the Dutch is 22, so the Dutch has been losing or not been building as many villagers. We have a good number of routier here. Currently, it's not producing any villagers. Does have a good number of banks on the field, however. Doesn't have either increased bank capacity at the moment. The French. I'm sort of surprised we haven't seen the Aachen regime yet. I guess skirmishers, I suppose, Royal Musketeers are not going to be useful. Enables Royal Musketeers and Veteran Royal Dragoons enabled. Not useful either. Veteran Bourbons set to obtainable. Bourbons. Can't think what the Bourbons are. Oh, it just says set to obtainable, so that's probably an upgrade for them, not what I'm thinking as a unit. So yeah, that probably will not be useful against the skirmishers. Yeah, I can see why you didn't go for it. Now I've got some French skirmishers now pulling them out. I'm trying to back into a corner. The light cavalry would be not very useful. He does have some skirmishers. They need to focus on the halberdiers. More routiers flank on in. Thus various cavalry are going down. Still some heavy cav remaining, but not a whole lot. All the heavy cavs now down. Skirmishers, mass French skirmishers would be useful at the moment. They'll be equal to the Dutch skirmishers. Important the fact they have a bit more damage due to a card shipment, but at least they'll be do bonus damage to the routiers. More French heavy cav, that will be very useful. Good overkill on some of these halberdiers. Routier is going to get hit as well. Now got a shipment of skirmishers being pulled up by the French. Push forward skirmishers to hit his opponent's routier, along his single cuirassier to engage the skirmishers. At this point in time, it's probably a good idea just to attack, move, and just take out all these skirmishers. Those cuirassier will probably take them all out, give enough time. More skirmishers being deployed on out. Trying to save the skirmishers, but the cuirassier and skirmishers are pulling back. The French sort of running out of steam right here. What are the native upgrades? Since the French have gotten the natives for so long, I wonder what the native upgrades are at the top. Don't know them off my head, or any of them. Apache increase hit points and speed for villagers. Not super useful, though it would make the French villagers even more tanky. Apache endurance, increased land and military speed. That's okay, nothing too significant. Apache rating text enables your Apache wards to inflict more damage versus villagers. That could be annoying, but not that useful against skirmisher routier. Over here, makes all your research items cost less coin. That's okay. Manchi horse breeding, selective breeding of your horses, increase hit points on your cavalry. That's not bad for the French, especially. And more cavalry speed and shock infantry, so you can get 2 groups of increased speed, which can be quite nice. The French villagers taking quite a bit of hits there, unless the French player back of the game now, just getting overran. Either way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And before I get started with the next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. Sorry about that. Back. On to the next replay. Let's see, I think a handful of these, like these one. I've already cast 2 from the same person. Nothing wrong, casted from that same player, just I want to calibrate other people. And this is different than other people. And once again, not very... There we go. Much better. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age Powers 3 replay. Spawn bottom side is the Blue Dutch. We have Morten Koning. On the north side as the Red Russians, we have Moxie. Similar flags, both their names start with M. Suspicious. Either way, we do have 2 natives on this map, both from same, the Manchupi settlement. Give you access to the Manchupi Ironwood Clubman, which believes me it is a pikeman variant. There are some llamas on this map. They can give you quite a bit of drama if you collect them all up. Both players are not native North Americans or South Americans, so they don't have access to the livestock fattening pen from the farm. The envoy is unable to escort the llama back home. The explorer will do that. And looks like he's going to punch and slice up the Russian explorer. I'm getting all the names mixed up now. The llama is trying to intercept, blocking him. Like I said, llamas are nothing but drama. So he got stopped by a llama butt, so he's going to shoot him. Perfect. Gotta make sure you don't get too far from the llama, or you may lose the llama. I don't know the exact leashing range of livestock. Either way, we do have a deck available. 1v1 rush. So we've got villagers, Bank of Hassan, Bank of Rotterdam, more villagers, Woodwood, Coin, Pikemen, Team Infantry hit points, Hussars, Bank Wagon, Advanced Arsenal, Religious Freedom, Wood Coin, Skirmishers, Infantry Combat, Hussars, Routier, Cavalry Combat, Fort, Higher Bosniks, Factory. And for the Rus, we have Wood Trickle. Don't we want to try to pronounce some of these words? Team Amaka Expeditions. Butchered that. Cavalry get increased line of point, a line of sight, and 10% hit points. And that does affect the entire team in 1v1. Woodwood, Coin, Streltsy, New Order Road Regiments, Cossacks, Boyars, Spice Trade, Woodcoin, Streltsy, Cossacks, Orphan Chicks, Cavalry Combat, Cavalry Archers, Falconets, Refrigeration, Higher Manchurian Cavalry Archers, Toys, pronounce that, Toy Soldiers, increase the attack hit points of Russian Heavy Infantry, so enables recruits can construct forts if you lost one. So it sounds like you can rebuild them, not necessarily gain ability to build one. Increase their hit points and damage for them, Portrix and Grenadiers. And then of course Factory. This Russian explorer may go down, but the llama is being nothing but drama for blue. Okay, that's enough of that joke. And looks like and red does decide to bash the llama in. And there goes the explorer. I think you want to bash the llama in so you can immediately get the food collected up rather than lose it. It does get collected up pretty quickly, so might as well. Better have some food than no food. And now we do have the Quartermaster versus the Quartermaster. How damning. We do have now these Russian villagers pushing way forward. Blue does see this. He's probably going to assume there's going to be a blockhouse being set up somewhere up here. There's it is. Gets deployed out there. Does not stop the deployment. We got a merchant being deployed out right here. Nope, there's just two villagers collecting up wood. Trying to go for an outpost here. Trying to camp his opponent's blockhouse with an outpost, I guess. Let's see, this will take another 30 seconds of construction time versus 15, so this will be built quicker. He's going to try walling it in right now. Okay. Cancels the corner pieces there, but left a bit of opening there. I am not sure what this really is supposed to accomplish. The blockhouse is not complete. It does do less damage to its villagers, 75% less damage. So these villagers can take quite a bit of fire. They have melee resist, not range resist as well. I guess the first thing that he needs to deploy out is he's bringing a shipment of Cossacks. All going to be deployed out by the blockhouse. Yep, they do pop out. They're decent heavy cav. The outpost will do bonus damage versus them, but we'll pick off two villagers. Needs to avoid the outpost. Let's see. I forget, can the Russians deploy out spearmen or pikemen or halberdier variant? Oh, we do have now a shipment of pikemen, speaking of which, being deployed in by the Dutch. We'll quickly torch out the blockhouse there, so we destroy the blockhouse very early on. So now he does have a number of Cossacks in his town center, but the pikemen is going straight forward to torch down all this stuff. The blockhouse going up, but pikemen have good siege damage. They're a good support unit. They're good to support anti-cavalry effort, but also their secondary role is anti-structure effort. They should actually ignore the villager and torch down the blockhouse, in my opinion. Because they can kill out the blockhouse faster than they can stab a villager to death. Apparently their sticks are not pointy enough, but their torches are hot enough. He has brought some militia here. There goes the blockhouse there. Very nice. And the explorer will go down in his envoy. Envoys move at a speed of 4. Looks like the formation there did slow them down, allowing the envoy to escape. Still has an outpost here, and with these guys degrading health, it will soon be able to one-shot them. And the envoy does spot the trading post there, and he knows that the militia are now down to 1 health, so maybe he can stab them. Even the envoy can sock and knock one of them out as well. Skip the war chief, go straight for the trading post. It's built, can't cancel it now.
Yeah?
And Explorer could take time and start picking off some of these militia. More pikemen there. Pikemen going to try to run forward to stab some of the militia. They can stab the Cossacks as well. Killing the horses with tetanus. And the not war cheat, Explorer goes down as well. Will we be able to torch down this not outpost, trading post? Got a blockhouse now pulling field. Streltsy are what needs to be ordered on in. Dirt cheap skirmisher. Yeah, I've got a group of Streltsy now being plotted out. So honestly, I can't tell you if 10 Streltsy can be 11 pikemen. They would do good work, that's for sure. Yeah, the melee bonus damage is better than their melee damage, but they have less health. Range resist, and these guys have melee resist. The more I look at that, I wonder if the pikemen could actually win that fight. But the outpost is now firing away, and we'll be able to two-shot the Streltsy. Actually, no, with the range resist, they will be just three-shotted. Got a round of skirmishers pulling on field. Skirmishers versus a cheap skirmisher. I think skirmishers will win. Or maybe not. More Streltsy now being put on the field. Now bring in some traveling merchants. Wait, he's really going for traveling merchants? Of one trading post. Maybe not that great of upgrade at the moment, honestly. Another round of Streltsy now being plotted out. With that many Streltsy, maybe a good idea to go for some Hussars. Dutch now eyeing for some wood. Stable now being built. You have two blockhouses here. That does pose a bit of threat to the skirmishers. The pikemen will not be able to stick around the Streltsy. Another round of skirmishers there, but just 3. Is that one of Streltsy now? Got some banks out, just 2 at the moment. Oh, we got another trading post here, which the pikemen once again can torch down. With some slight support from the skirmishers. Oh. I'm guessing they're rushing back to the game. Maybe a little bit prematurely. He should not really focus on the trade so much. He knows his opponent has been aggressive with pikemen, so I guess they're rushing back the game. Maybe threw in the tower a little bit too soon, because going with mass Streltsy was probably reasonable against his opponent's current composition. Either way, this is Andgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, Andgrade here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Blue Russians with GK Shaman. Spawn on top left side as the Red French. We have Captain Mazen. And once again, sorry about this. I really should check this before I start the recording. There we go. Much better. No deck selected just yet. And no deck either. When it comes to natives on this map, we do have the House of Wittenbach. You have access to Mountain Troopers, a skirmisher. Gains higher range and attack speed with promotions. And Shavolugars, light range cavalry with deadly hand attack. Good against other heavy cav. And the House of Habsburgs to get a bunch of people with funny faces, as well as some mounted infantry and line infantry, as well as some Magyar Hussars. And Alpine Horns, which also spawns mountain troopers. Also reveals enemy locations, so both of the It's probably a good idea to go for a trade post early on for this map. Those big buttons give you more units. It does pay for itself, given enough time. Additionally, the French have a lot of good cards for natives, so maybe a French native deck would be good. Shipment's now available. Let's see what the deck the Russians going for. No deck just yet. More focus on getting his villagers queued up, and now we do have a deck. 1v1 FF. Team Kamcha Ka Expeditions. Now Militia. Wood Trickle. Wood Coin. Chelsea. New Order Regiments. Cossacks. Boyars. Reforms Czar. Wood. Chelsea. Suvorov Reforms. Streltsy Combat Recruits, Orpencheniks Cavalry Combat, Falconets, Refrigeration, Fire Fanar Allies, Milutin Reforms. Oh wait, you get Northern turns your recruits Northern Musketeers, which is one of the natives of the map, and sets them to Rodenburgs to Royal Guard. So you can get. See, those are the mounted ones. These are mounted troopers. These are Wilkensbach, Travugar, Northern Musketeers. Oh no, no way! I'm getting that mix of mountain troopers, aren't I? Yep, I'm getting the mix of another native. Heavy cannons, Poyars, toy soldiers, factory. 1v1 natives. So yep, he is going for a native deck. Villagers, Team French Auxiliary Combat, Aachen Regime, Warriors, Wood Coin, Range 50 hit points, Hussars, Native Treaties, Native Warrior Combat, Wilderness Warfare, Edict of Nature, Nazis, Wood Coin, and Team Trelifusers, Singalis, butchered that, Skirmishers, more Skirmishers, Cavalry Combat, Falconets, Refrigeration, Heavy Cannons, Factory, Fire, Royal Horsemen, give you Guard, Cavalry Mercenaries riding a heavy warhorse that deals damage units while moving. So it's basically tuck, I'm guessing. And Bourbon Allies. Delivers 25 Royal Musketeers and Bourbon's active. So you can perhaps get the veteran research without going for veterans. Royal Embassy now deployed on the field, probably from the Aachen regime. We got some Russian villagers now migrating over here. I wonder if he's actually eyeing for a proxy blockhouse. We got the quartermaster now being researched and deployed versus the Logistician. There's a blockhouse. And the villagers maybe eyeing for the trade post? Nope. Just trying to pick up the explorer. Got 17 villagers versus 14. Bring in a shipment of 4 villagers as well. The Russian has no villagers in his queue. Or his deck, I should say. Now I got some Royal Musketeers now being deployed on the field. You can pull out the 15. Royal Musketeers do have a good charge attack, good base attack. Although the Royal Musketeers are not armed with a musket. Oh no, they are there. The profile picture's not. But the charge attack somehow is the pistol that does bonus damage. Even though a pistol is significantly weaker than, they say, the rifle or musket. Muskets are clearly not rifles, since they don't have a rifle barrel. Royal Scout taking some hits there. Royal Musketeers 4. They have a siege attack of 19, a little less than regular Musketeers. Their hand attack is very high, but they have less multipliers as well. More Royal Musketeers not being blown field. He's also going for a very fine coat. And the Russian is not going for any at the moment. He should be able to squeeze out a group of Streltsy to engage the Royal Musketeers. Streltsy, of course, a skirmisher variant. Notice all the Royal Musketeers now. He's going for a shipment of Streltsy. And he has quite a bit of food and coin. He's eyeing for a fast age 3. Blockhouse is taking some fire. And now he's going for the Exile Prince. This is a good number of skirmishers or musketeers here. 10. 13 Streltsy. Assuming they keep on focusing down the blockhouse, maybe enough. I'll bring the shipment right there. Now I was trying to bring in a deployment of Streltsy as well. He's about to lose the blockhouse. And a shipment does not arrive. Less than a second later, but he does have now a number of Streltsy back at home. He does have a blockhouse here. If I queue up the Streltsy here. And now he's going to be torching down this trade post. We do have some natives here, native trading post. And I was going for this trading post as well. He'll start generating mountain troopers. And here comes the Streltsy, but they're not in large enough numbers. But they will get some good damage in nonetheless. Not going for the native treaties. You should get a nice wave of natives. I wonder if they will get a wave of musketeers as well, since they got the Aachen regime, because it says send them to ally, and it says for each allied tribe. Let's see when he gets deployed out. Nope, he does not get units from the Aachen regime. He does get a good number of mounted troopers and line infantry. Line infantry are a musketeer variant, while the mounted troopers are, of course, a skirmisher variant. It does have a sizable force here, but most of it's heavy. The Streltsy is technically its counter, albeit a cheap counter. There's another round of Streltsy there, so that is a good number of Streltsy. 23 versus 24. Those Hussars can cause some big problems. The Streltsy will find these forces. They get a quick shot there, takes out 2 of them immediately. And the Streltsy getting annihilated. At 72 health, those charge attack shots from the Royal Musketeers can basically 2-shot them. Those 44 damage and 30% range with this, so may not exactly 2-shot them. Native warrior combat now being put on the field. Very nice. This will greatly assist his natives. We got another round of 20 Streltsy now put on the field. Some over here and some back at home. Now his army split up, and that's not very good. Now got a line of mounted infantry. Mounted infantry, they do have ×3 damage versus infantry, and they're classified as heavy range cavalry, not light cavalry. When they dismount, they become skirmishers, light infantry, but when they're mounted, they are heavy cav for some other reason. Heavy range cav. So the mounted infantry will do fine, just fine for the Streltsy. They do bonus damage versus infantry as well, ×2 in range. So they will be perfectly fine for the Streltsy. Another round of Streltsy there. More mounted infantry would be very good for the French. Right now he can pull out 22 right now. And he doesn't have a card that makes improves numbers, so that's something you can just simply deploy of them. That's a very good number. Some cards improve the maximum you can get out. We've got some northern or recruits here. They may want to go into melee mode. Schultze here in good numbers. The recruits are taking most of the hits. Another round Schultze there. Those mounted infantry just pose a big problem for them. Some of the mounted infantry are now... Oh boy. Look at that. I don't think I've ever seen that many Vet 3 units before. Schultze, I suppose, are a great way to get veterancy. Yeah, just got Wilderness Warfare. Now research, giving his... native warrior hit points increased by 20% in this situation, as well as more hit points to his villagers. And now got age 3 available for the French. He's going for the Exile Prince. Russians already advanced next to age 3. Doesn't have any veteran Schultze, nor veteran recruits. He's going for the placard mines and some hunting doggos. Oh, that's why he can get so many mounted infantry. He has another trading post down there for mounted infantry. This is the one you get Travelugers as well as mountain troopers. Mountain troopers wouldn't be half bad in situations against the Russians, since he does have some good number of recruits. Mountain troopers are skirmishers. Veteran recruits there, very nice. Doesn't have veteran Schultze just yet. He may be eyeing for... there we go, I thought. Transform all your Schultze into recruits. That will give him a very good quality buff to his army. It will go from 8 damage, 72 health, to 18 damage, 120 health. Of course, it will swap out the range resist for melee resist. Going to get another round of Schultze before the upgrade lands. Mounted infantry just do bonus damage versus infantry. Got a good number of mounted troopers there, which are the skirmishers. So that more of them will be useful. Royal Musketeers will just be adequate. And there we go. Now they're all recruits. There's 62 recruits there. Has some villages pushed before me. Irons for some proxy blockhouses. A number of recruits here from the Schultze. Keeping them in reserve may not be a half bad idea. Could lead to a base trade situation. Oh, he finds the Russian villagers here. They're all dead. Finds a blockhouse here as well. Falconets down south. The Russians starting to push his way forward. Can do some serious damage to his opponent's town center. He's not attacking anything, so unless he's paying attention to the map, you won't see much. Mounted infantry is pushing way forward. Mounted infantry right now will do 16 damage versus the recruits. The recruits may against the melee. The recruits probably would do better in melee. I don't know if any French villages went down. Doesn't appear to be. You may want to start torching down the town center. Red's army's falling back with the Falconets. He has some of these Crusaders. You may have to just send them in. Militia pull on field. Town center will go down. French villagers trying to run away. Some of them are standing fight. Royal Musketeers, various stuff now coming on in. French villagers do have Wilderness Warfare and I think Great Coast, so their health is quite significant. They also have range resist, not melee resist like regular villagers, and 40% range resist is very significant, to say the least. Recruits are getting hit. He's backing on off, trying to avoid the Falconets, getting a large amount of damage on retreat. Some of his mountain troopers may be very vetted as well. Increased range and attack speed is per veterancy. Looks like +1 range, -3 attack speed. Now we've got the Orpachinix, Venom Orpachinix, however you pronounce that, going down. He lost some of his recruits there to stand and fight, but his army's being slowly peeled off. Branches out of the town center. He's going for 16 villagers. What he's trying to rebuild his town center. Has 28 villagers versus opponents 36. Going for a Falconet ship now. Going for more recruits now. He has a good number of recruits, that's for sure. May have found. Okay, that was just a treasure. D. Borzenbergoff. He may find an opportunity to take out a Falconet. Obviously, they couldn't take it out in time. Falconets do have good range resist. Blockhouse does do bonus damage versus cavalry, so find some good bonus damage here. He'll hold back on enough away from the Falconets. Falconets are redeploying. The Falconets need to focus on the Falconets. Hit it around onto the cavalry, which is not good. Red's Falconets push forward, hit the Falconets. Made it back one first, but the front one's getting hit significantly. Notice hitting the recruit, which is also a decent target there. One Falconet does go down. The other Falconet has plenty of health for the moment. More recruits push way forward. Those just get inside that blockhouse. Notice the Russian player Ruki overwhelmed. There goes his other Falconet there, and the rest of his recruits will be either won't be pursued, but the villagers inside will go down. There's 12 in there. That's a third of his villagers. So he's going to lose a third of his villagers. Trying to gun down the Falconets, but they have plenty of health. And range attack, like I said beforehand, not going to be good for the Falconets. So now the villager number is in favor of the French, and quality as well. He's rebuilt his town center over here with his war chief, explorer. And now got another blockhouse been pulled out here. Given the skirmishers not being pulled on out. More mountain infantry. He has lost this Habsburg there. Oh. Also got rank 6 Alpine Horns and rank 2 Radziecki March. Now is probably a good time to utilize the Alpine Horns. That's rank 7. Was that 14 mountain troopers? I can't say the exact number, but that's a good number of mountain troopers there. I'll be honest, whenever I play, I always forget about hitting the big buttons. And I play Aztecs. How do I forget big buttons? I don't know. I do have a good number of recruits here, as well as some Streltsy. And now he has a wave of the Boyars. Boyars are an incredibly high attack speed heavy cav. Their health is okay. Nothing too significant, but they do have an incredibly high DPS. He's trying to overrun the artillery now. He does hit some of the units. Royal Musketeers are, of course, a Musketeer variant. Streltsy and recruits push way forward. Get some damage there onto the mounted infantry. They've got these veteran Royal Dragoons being brought in the back line as well. They do have decent attack speed, good damage, good range, just overall good Dragoon. And it looks like Blue does cast in GG. This aggregate saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I have time for one more replay tonight, so let's try to find a good one, eh? I did quite a bit of Lakota already today. Ottoman Age 3. Force Idea. Let's look at that one. Sounds like a good replay. And it's also Lakota. Oh well. Greetings everyone, and Grade here. Another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the red Ottomans. We have Ina WM. Spawn top right side as the blue Sioux. We have base kind of cat. I looked at the war chief name, Base Sky. On this map, there are two sets of natives. We've got the Apaches, which give you access to the Apache cavalry, a range cavalry good against cavalry, and the Cheyenne settlement, which gives you access to the Cheyenne Rider, a cavalry armed spear, good against cavalry. Really not good design in my opinion, having both natives good against cavalry when they shouldn't have overlapping roles like that in my opinion. But at least this one's a heavy cav, one's the other light cav, I think. People don't ever deploy them out, so I really can't say for sure. No deck selected just yet, and we do have a deck selected here. We do have Villagers, Wood, Coin, Janissaries, Delis, Civic, Infinite Elf Frontier Defenses, Advanced Arsenal, Engineering School, Palace Intrigue, Wood Coin, Endurance School, Sapahis, Cavalry Combat, Falconets, Upicular, Advanced Frontier Defenses, Moss Construction, Sapahis, Albus Guns, Great Bombards, Factory. And for the Sioux, now has a shipment available for his deck. And he's selected Yagalon. We got Villagers, Friendly Territory, Lynx Pelt Trade. More valuable Lynx pelts enable your villagers to gather coin from tribal marketplaces faster. Huh. We got Cords of Wood, Cords of Gold, Sutton Bowmen, Club Warriors, Axe Riders, Cavalry Damage, New Ways, Suit Trading. A large number of gold cards. Great Hunter, Comanche Allies. Wait, Comanche, Cheyenne, Apache, so no Comanches. Food, Sutton Bowmen, Territorial Flames, Wakina Rifles, Axe Raiders, Cavalry Combat, Black Arrow, Nomadic Expansion, Nails will cut infantry and construct TPs, which should combo quite well with Friendly Territory. Santi Support. Volcatulon, I still don't know how to pronounce many names this game. Moccasins. And Infinite Comanche Allies. Okay, so this will give him Champion Comanches. Infinite repeating. I always like to have at least, in my opinion, your deck should always have at least one infinite card, just in case. You don't plan to have a game go on that long, but sometimes your opponent doesn't want to surrender. You now have the chief. The war chief is now saying we should research himself. And the imam. What the imam does, top of my head.
Evet.
I don't know why this war chief, or not war chief, explorer moves so slowly, because I just know the Sioux war chief moves fast. 7.76. There's some beavers there. The beavers pelt for 30 coin. Go ahead, rip that skin off the beavers.
Emrin.
You do have a Moss Construct on the field as well. Let's see, Moss Wagon. Wait. Limit build 1 out of 2. So this will give him 2 mosques, which will give him a steady stream of experience. Not bad. Because Imam improves the mosque maximum build limit, because usually churches are limited to 1. Not something crazy. We're also going to see frontier defenses, so looks like the Autumn player is trying to dig in hard. I have a couple villagers here idle, trying to wait for the chest of coin. Looks like he's going for Fast Fortress. Yeah, no, this one didn't have FF. So we got 2 outpost wagons here. Maybe we could just set one over here and set one maybe right there. One here and here. The bison, however, in the way, these land tanks. He does get himself a free bandit rider. stray sheep. So you will get some sheeple so you can lead to glory. And now let's bring in the astute trading. So he's already gone for Link's Pelt trade and now going for astute trading. Troublemaker places to improve the capacity of coin, right? Source of coin that lasts longer must be built next to a mine. How long does it last? Doesn't say a percentage of how much it increases it. Astute trading increases the yield by 20% as well as improved gathering rate by 20%. They just increased the gathering rate by 20%, so he has plus 40% collection rate on coin. This is going from 0.78 up to 0.9. The base is 0.6. So that's not bad. He's already got a 50% increase. He must have got Blacker Mind Swell. Morale going on up. Bandit Rider slow, not as fast as Apache Cavalry or the War Chief. This will give him quite a bit of trickle of experience with the Ottoman player. Let's see. There's his H3. Going for more outposts, so we'll get him up to 5 outposts. It's 5 out of 7. The War Chief, not War Chief, the Explorer is going to go on down. We've got a number of Apache Cavalry here. They're heavy cav with 22 damage, 12 range. A good support unit, to say the least. They do cost 99, so they look a bit expensive, like most native warriors, for their effectiveness.
Hediyemi ödediğiniz için teşekkürler.
EP there.
Emrin.
Wonder where he's going to put these outposts. There we go. There's one.
Evet.
It keeps his villagers alive. And now these are guard or frontier outposts, increasing the damage to 45. And the Sioux tend to play a large number of cavalry, so this additional 50% damage versus cavalry will be very effective. Shipment of wood and corn, so surprised we don't see Silk Road. That's a pretty common shipment for, or a card for Ottomans nowadays, but he does not have it. And we don't see a town center. What's it called? Town center card. Temperature forward. Some of these villagers do take some damage. These Apache Cavalry do not do. Oh, they do 50% less damage to villagers. Let's see, what are some of the research you can get? The Apaches enables you to get potent increases the damage from against villagers from 50% less damage to 50% more damage. More speed, more villager hit points and speed. And the other one is trying freely. Oh. Ow. And the replay is not good. And that was looking very interesting. So that one's no good. Let's try. You know what? I haven't done Mexico this today. Let's just do the bottom one. And Shane, that replay just seemed interesting. Oh, and of course, it's going fast. Greens have 1 and grade here for another H-Bars 3 replays. On the right side as the red Ingans, we have Tokugawa, which is usually an AI name for Japan, right? An AI? Please don't tell me it's an AI. Okay, so times 8 in collection rate, so that's not. It is not an AI. And so on the left side as the blue Mexicans, we have Moonshine.
Hola.
Of course, got a pair of Conscious House going on up. Some local kitty cats go on down. No deck selected, and no deck selected. For today's map, we do have the Comanches. The Comanches give you access to the Comanche Range Cavalry, good against cavalry. Like anything horse-based when it comes to natives. And both are Comanches. When it comes to their upgrades, we do have upgrades cost less coin, cavalry and shock infantry increase hit points, and all cavalry units move faster. 5% for cavalry and shock infantry. Local doggos do go down. And now we do have deck selected. It is a foreign name of a deck. Villagers, American Allies, Villagers, Hold, Drama, Jimmy Runners, Boom Spearmen, Jungle Bowmen, Range Infantry Attack, Warhut Traverses, also increases Warhut's hit points by 15%. Read the fine text. I was also supposed to say Warhut hit points increase. I never always skipped over that. Chica Brewing, 3 settlements, send 4 villagers and a town to the Travis. Jimmy Runners, Melee Infantry Combat, Hurlacus, times 2 2P allies, also send them to Veteran. Jesuit allies times 2, also send to Veteran. Chimu support, a Car Jam Raka support, Washu Pikachu, Road Building, Bolas Warriors, Old Ways, Chapoya support, Terrace Farming. I can never pronounce any of these names. 1-Land. Villagers and Hacienda Wagon, Cathedral, Villagers, Woodwood, Coin, Insurgents, Saltieros, Chinkos, Rios. Such a number of powerful musketeers enable them to be trained at ports, so you get Spanish musketeers and be able to deploy more of them, rather than the double-priced, stronger Mexican musketeers. Soldados, Saltieros, Chintos, Cavalry Combat, Caliberos, Guerrilla Tactics, Falconets, Factory, and Factory. I guess we'll have a game where the Mexican player does revolt, because nothing says here I'm going to revolt. Got the Cathedral construction now, the Fox Column being selected, Gang Saul versus the Elder. Got Warhut going on up, Manly being built, only gone for 2 Contra houses, so he may not be on the Contra boom. But we got 10 villagers in wood, so he's probably going to go for Contra house boom, I'm guessing. Wait, that is the Hacienda. He's going to revolt, isn't he? We got a proxy Hacienda.
Atención.
Cathedral's being constructed, which will give him a bit of trickle of experience. Fox Kala, if I remember the cards correctly, one of them is a card to give you 2 villagers per hacienda and all future haciendas. I forget the other one does, like native allies. Yep, that's the one I'm referring to. And Fox Kala Alliance, ships 1 native MC Travis, enables the selection of Jesuit and Mesoamerican features in native embassy and town centers. Sets the Fox Kala scouting war party, raiding party, which remember, I think that gives you some Jaguar Parlor Knights, if I remember correctly. Smokes powder, some other things to set the obtainable. He is going for a shipment of villagers, well, times 5 villagers. We may not see the revolt. No, I'm kidding, the Mexicans always revolt. So we do have the insurgents being employed on the field. Nootka Clubman has been rescued. There are a number of insurgents here. Their siege attack is 20, so it's reasonable. They're basically a pikeman variant. They're dirt cheap, and that's what you expect from them. Trying to push right forward, trying to torch down the hacienda. We got a number of bowmen here. a couple Chimi runners, a couple Asa. Nothing to do with good siege damage overall. Chimi runners, yeah, they all have really bad siege damage. So it'll take a very long time for the barracks to go down. The insurgents can push forward. They will do most versus the very shock infantry has here. So the Chimi runners and the scout things. More insurgents there. And the Padres push way forward. So we just got mass insurgents here? We've got some salty arrows, not being pulled them out. So the hacienda was meant for the Visit the Seven Houses upgrade. I think that was called for some quick insurgents. We got insurgent rush. Okay, but looks like he's not on revolt. How revolting! And looks like he does get a nice little overrun there. His force is starting to fall back there. Insurgents do okay siege damage. The salty arrows are skirmish variants, so they don't do good siege damage. 12 damage, not great. Now trying to bring in another group of insurgents. Overall, he did make some good gains there. We do have some of these Chimi runners here. He needs to stop deploying them out. He is fighting against a good number of insurgents. Carrying a bunch of people with pitchforks is very good at guys who run fast. Who would have thunk? Now let's bring in another shipment of Chimi runners. The bowmen will be good against the insurgents. Yeah, these are classified as heavy infantry. Inspiring flag has been deployed out right here. Looks like the Mexican player is trying to get some more stability. Oh wait, that's just a stable. Too many insurgents here for stability. Just stables. He does spot this. Also, the Padre's name is Padre. And he can heal up these insurgents quite nicely. We now got a round of sword autos here. There's the heavy musketeers for the Mexicans. They take 2 population and they have good damage, good siege. And looks like he almost got every single shipment in this age. Oh no, he just had pop cap. Chimi runners trying to run around, try to find an opportunity to flank on in. Got the trading post being deployed out here. The Incan player has not deployed out his trading post. Or some Chinkos, a lance armed cavalry, which probably does like plus 50% damage versus infantry, then 33% less damage versus heavy, I'm guessing. Villager's getting hit there. She will go down. But these villagers may go down as well. He does have the Aztec scouting party. Does take lost another villagers there. The Aztec big button will give you, I think, Jaguar Prowler Knights, which are another heavy infantry melee, which do bonus damage versus cavalry and shock, and 2 heavy infantry as well. We got now the frontiersmen now being put on the field. More insurgents. There's a Chinko. Oh, there's actually a little bit bonus damage versus heavy and also a hand shock. So a little bit multipliers versus everything. And now trying to push forward with a sizable army here. The Incan player has gotten a good number of bowmen here, but not enough, I would say. Though the insurgents are cheap, they can easily go down. They have 90 health, more than Schultze, however. Warhuds now seems to fire there. The insurgents do have decent siege damage, so the war hut won't last all too long. Jungle Bowman just used the opportunity to get some damage there. He won't be another shipment. He may want to use some big buttons in order to get some units on the field. And now the insurgents are closing in on top of the bowmen. The Chimera is trying to hold them back. Got some Plume Spearmen here. More Plume Spearmen now being put on the field. Another war hut in the back line to provide some fire support. More some of the insurgents have gone down. There's a bit of overkill on some of the insurgents there. But still has some of the soldados here, which the Jungle Bowman will be very effective versus. Another war hut going on up. And now let's bring in the Incan Scout Empire, which will give him, what, 4 or 5 Chimera Runners? Maybe 6? Oh, some Spearmen. More insurgents, more villagers are being brought on in. He's down to 3 cards in this age. Chinko's maybe not so much. He's finding some more Plume Spearmen now. Reloads wouldn't be half bad. No, he's fighting against Jungle Bowman. Probably the coin shipment, probably the best next. He probably should maybe start eyeing the age up. He's kind of goes on coin. Just research stagecoaches. Oh, I could try clean up this trading post there as well. Get 3. His opponent could leech off of it. Yeah, he's going to start leeching off the trade posts now. Let's see, his opponent's going for more Chimera Runners, which he's still finding good number. He's been pulling more insurgencies and has a good number of the Musketeers, so I don't think Chimera Runners is going to be great. He's going to have to make sure he micros them to try to hit the skirmishers in the back of the line, the salty arrows. Or however you pronounce them. ×2 War Hut. He's almost running out of cards this age as well. You can bring in the Drama Llamas and task them to the Community Plaza to get some more wood income. Oh, right now he's getting experience, right? Alright, wood for a second. Oh, never mind. And starts to push way forward, closing in on the Jungle Bowman. The Plume Spearman may just want to turn around and start stabbing the various forces pursuing him. Chimera Runners need to be tasked to the skirmishers right there. Just put a move order right there and let them engage. Alright, just start him away by taking a large amount of damage on the retreat. Starts still going down. Another round of Chinkos. Or Chinacos. However you pronounce them. I can't pronounce any name in this game. There's just too many names I simply cannot pronounce. So if you ever hear me butcher pronunciation, I'm sorry. I'm American. I suppose technically both these players are playing as American tribe as well. Central American, South American. Oh, got a pair of villagers there that may have been spotted by the Chimera Runners. Hope that village gets spotted. Got a good number of proxy houses there just for various spotting. It could potentially go down. Nice little pick there. Incan players have 41 villagers. The Mexicans have 35. And remember as well, the Incan player does have those contra houses for increased food income. Each one's providing 1 village's worth of food as well. And he does have... That's War Hut. All 12 on the field, so he basically has another 12 villagers on the field as well, so the Incan economy is good. But the Mexicans are being very aggressive. He have not tasked the cow on the hacienda, though. He probably could task that... He made 8 the cow. He could have tasked the cow onto the hacienda, get a little bit more production out of it. Albeit little. Chinko does take a volley there. We do have a war hut here for our hard point. Another war hut down here as well to help protect these villagers. Two war huts can provide some fire support. If they auto attack on the Chinkos, that would be quite good. Got another round of bowmen. He has not deployed out the 2 war hut Travis. Maybe deploy them out, put them over here. The increased health would probably be useful, because I don't think he can deploy them out in time. He's going for Native American allies instead. Team runners are gaining the Chinkos. The villagers are getting inside the war hut there, but won't increase damage to the war hut like the town center. It is taking some fire there. Chinkos will have 20 siege damage, which is okay. Insurgents have all gone down. Drunk Bowman for 4. He's trying to push the Spanish Musketeers in melee mode, but that's not great. Bowman will do great bonus damage here, and Plume Siberian decent as well. Drunk Bowman gains good damage there on the soldados now. Still got no skirmishers here, taking out all the Plume Spearmen. Chinkos push away forward now, able to overrun the Jungle Bowman. He's out of anti-cav protection. The war huts will provide some damage there. Got these guys reinforced in the bad direction. Now I just push forward and try to stab stuff. They do take quite a bit of damage there, being heavy infantry. Oh. And looks like the Incan player does back of the game. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And that's my last replay tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening, and get some good rest.